Mr. B.V.N. Rao, Chairman FICCI Transport Infrastructure Committee, Mr. Shailesh Pathak, Co-Chairman, distinguished dignitaries, members of FICCI, colleagues from industries, and all my dear friends. It's really a pleasure for me to interact with you because sometimes I get a lot of good suggestions from your side. So very thankful to FICCI for giving me opportunity. The Indian highway network is one of the important network in the world. We are the second highest in the world. India, we have got 64 lakh kilometers of road network. The national highway length is only 1.47 lakh kilometers. That is 2.3%. And the 70% of the cargo and 90% of passenger traffic is on NH. So fortunately, this is the time for the country that we need to expand our national highway network. And our idea is to, before end of 24, we will take it to 2 lakh kilometers. Already Finance Minister has declared in the budget about the increasing of the national highway network in the country. The flagship program, which is very important, that is Bharatmala Pariyojana. The total NH constructed in last 8 years is 78,000 kilometers. The total capital investment of rupees 15 lakh crore for a length of 43,000 kilometers in both the phases of Bharatmala. This is the approximately, but my estimate is it will go up to 20 lakh crores. So there is a huge opportunity for investment. In budget 22-23, our NH network will be extended by 25,000 kilometers. This was declaration from the Finance Minister. And we want to take it up to 2 lakh kilometers. So before 24, end of 24, it will be 2 lakh kilometers. Current logistic cost in the country is 14 to 16%. And in the European countries and the USA, it comes to 12%. And China, somewhere it comes to 8 to 10%. And somewhere, some part of India, it can go up to 18%. So regarding our export, our trade and business, the most important challenge for the industry and business, that how we are going to reduce our logistic cost. That is the most important thing. And my target is to take it up to the 10%. It can be possible with your cooperation. Because our first priority is for waterways, second priority for railway, third for road, and fourth for aviation. So when I was a shipping and port minister, we developed a lot of waterways. Varanasi to Haldia, 1,350 km waterways is developed. Then from Haldia, the Bengal Sea is there. The Brahmaputra dredging is completed. Even at that time, with the request of Prime Minister of Bangladesh, we have go up to the Mumli in 250 km Brahmaputra in Bangladesh and complete the dredging. We have completed dredging in Barak River. Then already we have the seashore is available, and now 12 major ports and 200 minor ports are there. Where I will request all of you that if you can plan for taking water transport, it is going to reduce the logistic cost. So we need an integrated approach for that. I understand that 100% water transport cannot be possible. So by going by a road, if the cost, for example, is 10 rupees, going by railway is 6 rupees, and going by waterways is 1 rupees. So this is very important, and I will request you that the FICCI should plan that how we can utilize the waterways, how we can increase the water transport, and that can be possible. We have Suzuki factory in Gurgaon, and we have other automobile brands available in Chennai. By Roro, Ropax, by special ships, we can take cars from Hyundai and other company which available in Chennai to Kandla, and by Kandla, by railway ticket to Punjab, Haryana and Delhi. And the same thing, from Maruti Suzuki car, we can take it here and we can take it to Chennai. Ashok Leyland factory is there. So I feel that this can be possible. This is win-win for all the stakeholders. The other important thing is with fuel. You see, this is one of the very very important subject touching to my heart. मैंने तो तय कर दिया कि डीजल और पेट्रोल को खत्म ही कर देना देश को, और वो हो जाएगा. ये कोई कठिन नहीं है, ये कठिन है पर असंभव नहीं है. Just to take the example, if you can go for LNG as a fuel for truck, if you are spending 100 rupees on diesel, the cost for LNG is 40 rupees. Now one of the company in Gujarat, they have already manufacturing of LNG truck, and their capacity is for 1600 kilometer. With the 10 LNG pump station, they will manage whole country, and your cost of diesel will be reduced by 40%. Now we have the consumption of 4,000 crore liter of diesel for generator set. I will request the people of FICCI that because of my individual persuasion, now Kirloskar has given me the generator 100% on bioethanol. And the ethanol cost is 60 rupees and diesel cost is 110 rupees. And we are spending 4,000 crore liter of diesel for this IT towers for generator set. Then we are using in construction equipment machinery, we are using diesel. Once I requested to Mr. J, the MD of JCB, to make the JCB on CNG. I have my own tractor on bio CNG. Now we have 5 plants in Punjab and Haryana. They are making bio LNG and bio CNG from rice straw, that is popularly known as parali, is the biggest problem for pollution. And 5 ton of parali is giving 1 ton of CNG or LNG. It's a successful experiment. In the Panipat, Indian Oil has started the project where they are making 150 ton of biobitumen from parali per day and 1 lakh liter of bioethanol. So now in Assam, availability of methanol is there. The Assam Petroleum is making 100 ton of methanol per day. Methanol rate is 22 rupees per liter and diesel is 110 rupees per liter. If you can convert your all truck transport and buses in Assam and Northeast on methanol, it will reduce the cost and pollution. The methanol is available there. Already government has started adding up 15% methanol in diesel in Northeast. So these are the lot of things. Even now we are going for hydrogen. This is the fuel for the future. We can use sewage water, and from sewage water we will make the clean water from that. And for the solid waste management we need segregation. The rooftop solar will be there, and only 1 crore cost you get the electrolyzer, by which we can get green hydrogen. And my idea is to take the cost of green hydrogen with $1 per kg, and it will have a capacity of 450 kilometer per kilo. I have got hydrogen car, beautifully, very comfortable, and this is the future. So ethanol, methanol, biodiesel, bio LNG, bio CNG and electric and green hydrogen is the alternative fuel. It is import substitute, cost effective, pollution free and indigenous, and you can save your logistic cost. And where now our electric car, now there is a waiting list. People are coming to me to please give your letter that we will get out of turn electric car from the company. The Indian company has increased their share in the automobile as compared with the foreign companies, and now we have 2-wheeler and 3-wheeler available in flex engine. Flex engine means you can use 100% bioethanol in place of petrol. You know that model Camry of Toyota, that is in flex engine with hybrid electric. Actually that model was that they have 60% petrol and they generate 40% electricity. Now the Toyota in next month going to launch all their models with 100% bioethanol and electric. By this the rate of the petrol will come 25 to 30 rupees per liter. Already the Bajaj, TVS and Hero have already manufactured flex engine scooter and a motorcycle. The auto rickshaw is available. In Pune we have 3 ethanol pumps are there, and ethanol is a green fuel. there was one problem: the caloric value of ethanol was less as compared with the petrol. So when somewhere in my noting I get information that in Russia there is a technology available where the caloric value of ethanol is equal to petrol, because presently 1 liter of petrol equal to 1 liter 300 ml of ethanol. So I just call the scientist to India. I take the presentation, and after that I call Mr. Puri, Petroleum Minister, Mr. Vaidya, Chairman of Indian Oil, and Mr. Ram Kumar from the Research Director Laboratory in charge from Faridabad, Indian Oil, and they give the presentation. After the meeting, Mr. Vaidya was telling me, sir, the idea was very, very fantastic, but we are not sure about the success of it. तो मैंने उनको हिंदी में कहा, गाजर की पुंगी है, बजाओ, नहीं बजी तो खा लो, छोड़ दो. After 3-month trial, the Indian Oil has given me the report that this is successful, and now the government has accepted this, by which the caloric value of petrol is equal to ethanol. The petrol rate is 120 rupees per kilometer and ethanol rate is 60 rupees per kilometer. Ethanol is a fuel from the farmer, from the agriculture, which is going to boost our rural and agriculture economy, and our dream is to diversification of agriculture towards energy and power sector. I always tell it to the farmers that अन्नदाता नहीं, ऊर्जा दाता बनो. Make green hydrogen, ethanol, alternative fuel, go for that. ये ट्रैक्टर परेली से बायो CNG बनाओ, उस पर चलाओ. It can be possible. मैं कोई भी ऐसी बात नहीं कह रहा हूं कि जो नहीं है. जिसको लगता है शंका मेरे पास आ जाए, मैं सब प्रूवन बता दूंगा अपने यहाँ. कोई हवा की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं. Everything is possible, and this is the time where we need cooperation from the people like you. So first of all, by changing the fuel, you can reduce the logistic cost. Increase one of the problems which I am facing, I am making good roads. But actually our first priority is to waterways, second priority to railway, third priority to road, fourth to aviation. But there is some negative thing is happening continuously. Now the traffic is coming on the road. Whether I don't know I am doing correct or not. Because now the 90% of the passenger traffic is on the road and 80% the goods traffic is on road. The railway is reducing. This is not the good thing, but I am helpless. I cannot do anything. Actually, in the wider interest of the country, we need to use more railway, more waterways. But actually, by making green express highway, you can reduce the cost. Mr. Pathak was telling to me, you can reduce it. Now Delhi to Mumbai for car, it will take 12 hours. Now 3 days before I was in Mumbai for launching of double-decker electric bus of Ashok Leyland for BEST. So the Chief Minister was with me, and actually when I was Minister in Mumbai, I got appointed to construct 55 flyovers and Worli-Bandra ceiling project in Mumbai and Mumbai-Pune Express Highway. So at that time my dream was there to take that express highway to connect it to Mumbai-Delhi corridor, going for Surat, Ahmedabad and Vadodara. So I give the proposal to Chief Minister that I am ready to construct the flyover connecting Worli-Bandra, after that Vasai-Virar to Delhi-Mumbai highway. The cost coming 50,000 crore, I don't have any problem. Only you give me two things. You give me exemption of share of GST from government of Maharashtra on this project, and give me the all aggregate and material without royalty to this project, and give me some government land near to the project. I am ready to invest 50,000 crore in this project. So by which it can be possible from Nariman Point to Delhi up to Connaught Place, it will be 12.5 hours you will be there with car. And for truck it will take 18 to 20 hours. Presently it takes 50 to 56 hours. So it is going to reduce the cost. When I was minister in Mumbai, there was time taken from Mumbai Pune was 9 hours. Now it is 2 hours. Some people are coming in 1.5 hours also. So now we are making the road of the standard that from Delhi to Dehradun 2 hours. Up to end of this year, before December end, we will give that road. Delhi to Dehradun 2 hours, Delhi to Haridwar 2 hours, Delhi to Chandigarh 2.5 hours, Delhi to Jaipur 2.5 hours, Delhi to Amritsar 4 hours, Delhi to Katra 6 hours, Delhi to Srinagar 8 hours, and Delhi to Jaipur, Delhi to now this Meerut First of it was 4.5 hours, now it is 40 minutes from Delhi to Meerut. So already the things are moving fast. We are making Chennai to Bangalore with 2 hours. Our member NHI is here, he is making that road. Within 2 hours we will be there. So my suggestion is we are making 12 green express, say 26 green express highway, axis control. So from Mumbai and Pune we have a lot of problem for for air pollution. But now from Delhi, from North India, from Gujarat and Rajasthan, the traffic which is going to south, Hyderabad, Chennai, Mangalore, in Kerala, everywhere now that traffic is going to Mumbai to Pune. Then there are two ways, Pune to Solapur, or Pune to Kolhapur. But now we are making green expressway from Surat. That's Surat to Nashik, Nashik to Ahmednagar, Ahmednagar to Solapur, and Solapur to Bijapur, and it going up to south. Everywhere in Hyderabad, Chennai, Mangalore, you can go by that way. So you don't need to go for Mumbai and Pune. It will reduce the air pollution in Mumbai and Pune also. So actually it is just like a heart surgery, bypass. We are making the arrangement just like bypass surgeries. Where the traffic density is high, we are making the green express highway. So 100% it is going to reduce the cost. Because of Bharatmala and green express highway, our expectation that we can reduce the logistic cost by 3% of the GDP. So this is very important. We are already making the highway. I don't want to elaborate it because you can see you can go anywhere in India. You can go to Kashmir, Ladakh, Leh, Northeast, Arunachal, Meghalaya, Tripura, any north side, south side, everywhere there are a lot of development in highways going on. But regarding this Delhi also, this is very important because Delhi is facing the problem of pollution. We are making greenfield corridors 27, express highways 5 numbers, and access control corridors 22 numbers. And that by which the total capital cost is the length of 10,000 kilometers, and cost is coming approximately 6 lakh crores. Delhi Mumbai 1,400 kilometers, it's 1 lakh crore. Ahmedabad Dholera 110 kilometers, 4,200 crores. Delhi Amritsar Katra 670 kilometers, 40,000 crore. Bangalore Chennai 262 kilometers, 17,000 crore. Kanpur Lucknow 63 kilometers, 4,100 crore. These are already in the process. So this greenfield infrastructure project, very important. We have conducted route optimization exercise across major corridors and have designed newer alignments which have resulted in minimum 4-lane configuration of highways. Reduced travel distance, reduced travel time, lesser fuel consumption. Around 110 crore liters of fuel will be saved every year. Reduce CO2 emissions. Annual reduction of carbon dioxide emission by 250 crore kg. Huge saving in land acquisition cost and duty shifting process. Port connectivity with at least 4-lane highways. Everywhere for 4-lane, there will be 4-lane road. Greenfield alignment brings socio-economic development in the region. And saving in the travel time is going to reduce the cost. Now the Delhi-Mumbai Express Highway, I am giving just the you can make the economic study of this project, is 1,382 kilometers. Cost is 1 lakh crore. 100% length is awarded. 70% work is completed. 90% of the work will be completed by end of this year. I am trying to make it 100%. Travel time 12 hours by car. मैं 14 बोल रहा था तो थोड़ा 12.5 hours इसलिए कहा कि नरीमन पॉइंट जाना है. तो by car and 20 hours by trucks. And Delhi Meerut Express Highway already you are experiencing is 40 minutes. Train Trans Haryana Ambala Kotputli corridor 313 kilometers. The cost is 12,000 crore and it is already alternative to NH44 section between Delhi to Ambala. Provides seamless connectivity from Himachal Pradesh, Chandigarh and Ambala to ports in Gujarat and Maharashtra. This road is also going to connect Manali also. For tourism also it is very important. The Trans Rajasthan, that is Amritsar Bhatinda Jamnagar, 917 kilometer corridor, 23,000 crore cost is there. Probably maximum work is completed. Improves connectivity between industrial zones of Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and connects them to major ports of Gujarat. So this is going to reduce the logistic cost, is very important. Now already I have given information about the other highways. Now the most important thing is, I am always telling to the people that the innovation, entrepreneurship, science, technology, knowledge is a power. And for the construction industry, we need upgradation of the technology, where we don't want to compromise with the quality, but we want to improve the cost of quality of the construction. My humble request to all of you, make more alternatives for material. Why the steel people are so happy and increasing rate? Because there is less competition. If you can make the alternative for cement and steel, you will be happiest person. So glass fiber steel we are allowing. Now that lot of technology we are taking, I am telling you about it. But before that, I am telling you about the project of Delhi. Delhi is the capital, but unfortunately we are facing crucial problem related with the air pollution. We are making roads of 53,000 crores to decongest Delhi. The Eastern Peripheral Expressway of 135 km, 12,000 crore is completed. Dwarka Express Highway, 30 km, we are spending 10,000 crore. Next up to December we will open that. That is going to reduce the problem of this Delhi-Jaipur highway. Then UER2, Urban Extension Road of 6 lanes, 76 km of 8,000 crore, work has already started. Delhi to Akshardham to EP of 6 lane, 32 km of 3,500 crore, work has started. UP Haryana border to Sonipat 4 lane, 45 kilometers, 1,200 crore, already started. Gurgaon to Sohana 6 lane, 22 km, 2,000 crore, work has started. Gohna to Sonipat 4 lane, 38 km, 1,500 crore, work has already started. Flyover and underpass on Delhi-Gurgaon road of 1,000 crore, already it is in tender process. Now after that, just 20 days before, I was there with our member NHI and Additional Secretary Mr. Ghosh and Manoj Kumar in Gurgaon for the program of BCG. Some climate change conference was there and we were stuck up in the traffic. तो दोनों मुझे कह रहे थे ये ट्रैफिक, बोला अच्छा हो गया तुम फंसे हो, जब मैं फंसा हूं तो लोग देख रहे हैं और कितना आनंद उनके चेहरे पे आ रहा, देखो मतलब कि बोले हम मिनिस्टर भी फंसा है फिर भी नहीं करता, कितने लोगों को तकलीफ हो रही है। तो मुझे पूछे कि मैं बोला तुम्हारे कारण है, तुमने गलती की। अगर धौला कुआं से पूरा फ्लाईओवर बनाते डबल डेकर और पूरा गुड़गांव के आगे ले जाते तो आज काय के लिए ट्रैफिक जाम होता है। तो अभी हमने एक अच्छा काम किया है कि महाराष्ट्र में साकोली में हमने ब्रिजेस तोड़ दिया, ब्रिजेस को जोड़ दिया और अभी हम चेन्नई में और पुणे में बना रहे रोड। नागपुर में बना है वो रोड, ऐसा है कि नीचे में रोड, ऊपर में फ्लाईओवर, उसके ऊपर में फ्लाईओवर, उसके ऊपर में मास रैपिड ट्रांसपोर्ट और उसके ऊपर में, तो ये 3-3 लेन के हैं। वाघोली से शिरूर और तळेगांव से शिरूर और उधर चेन्नई पोर्ट से चेन्नई के बाहर, ऐसे 2 बड़े प्रोजेक्ट हम डिजाइन कर रहे हैं। अब मैंने सब जगह कहा कि जहां पीसीयूज 30,000 के ऊपर है, 40,000 के ऊपर है, वहां डबल डेकर ब्रिज बनाओ, सिंगल डेकर नहीं। अब मुझे मालूम है टेक्निकली वेरीफाई कर रहे हैं कि धौला कुआं से ये ब्रिजेस बीच में तोड़कर उसी एक ही पिलर पर 2 लेयर बन सकती है क्या। तो अभी वो इंजीनियरिंग चैलेंज है, वो हो जाएगा तो आप धौला कुआं से चढ़ गए तो गुड़गांव के बाहर बीच में आप उतर सकते हैं, वो होगा तो आपका ट्रैफिक जाम ही नहीं होगा। अब मैंने जब बनाया तो मुझे याद नहीं, दिल्ली ज़्यादा मालूम, इटको चौक में बनाया, कौन सा हीरो का चौक में बनाया, ऐसे वहां मैंने बीच बीच में बनाया, पैच वर्क में काम किया। अनुभव से मुझे ध्यान में आया कि ये पैच वर्क इज नॉट ए सोल्यूशन, तो इसलिए अब मुंबई में गलती हो गई। मुख्यमंत्री जी ने मुझे कहा, मैंने बोला यही हम मुंबई में बनाते हैं कि नीचे में रोड, ऊपर में मेट्रो और ऊपर में फ्लाईओवर, उसके ऊपर में मेट्रो, तो बहुत अच्छा होता। ये दिल्ली, मुंबई, कलकत्ता, चेन्नई के लिए अब करने की आवश्यकता है, हम उसके ऊपर जाएंगे। दिल्ली के ये पूरे रोड की संख्या, ये कॉस्ट 53,000 करोड़ है, पर ये 60,000 करोड़ के ऊपर गया है। इसमें बाद में भी और प्रोजेक्ट ऐड किए हैं जिससे दिल्ली का पोल्यूशन कम होगा।